Hey everybody, so I just wanted to do a quick video and just kind of show you what I use for my juicing. And because I shared with you on my video earlier how I really believe that the juicing, why are you all in my video? How I really believe that the juicing really helped to prepare my body for surgery. So what I usually do, I try my best to use all organic ingredients. I use one Granny Smith apple. I'm try to get the organic, and I use ginger, real ginger. I actually have already started to peel this ginger, and sometimes I can get it all off, and then sometimes I can't. So when I can't get it all off, I just know that um, the juicer will take care of the rest of it. So I just peel it as much as I can to get what I can off of it. So I use, again, one green apple, a stick of ginger, and you can see all of my greens soaking in the water here. So I have my cucumbers, I have my spinach. Most of the time I'll use Swiss chard, and then I have my kale, and then I have my celery. And what I normally do is I allow it to soak in some apple cider vinegar for about an hour or two, just to kind of remove any any of the possible pesticides, because even though we may buy organic, we don't always necessarily know if the food is really organic. So whether I buy organic or not, I always make sure that I take time to soak all of my vegetables before I start to juice them. And sometimes I will use a little bit of baking soda to wash my greens with. And then I was watching a video the other day, and they were saying that it's good to use apple cider vinegar to clean your vegetables with. So today I used apple cider vinegar, but I have to be honest, most of the time I do use baking soda to clean my vegetables with. So all I do is, again, let the vegetables soak for a couple of hours. Just let them sit in here, and then I just drain the water and rinse the water. And then after I do that, I put it in my juicer. This is my juicer. I was gifted this juicer a few years ago, and I'm very, very grateful for it because it has come in handy. As a matter of fact, my sister-in-law and my brother-in-law gave me this blender. So this is the blender that I use. And so generally what I'll do is I'll just take all of my veggies, and I'll just start putting them in here. And when you juice the celery gives you a tremendous amount of juice. So when I start to juice the celery, I'll get the most of my juice will come from celery, and the most of my juice, the other vegetable that I get the most juice from will be from cucumbers. So between my celery and cucumbers, I get a lot of juice from those. But when I juice kale, I don't get very, very much juice from kale. But I do know that I need the nutrition from the kale. So I continue to juice it anyway, along with the spinach. Okay. So all I do is just put all of my veggies in here, and I turn it on and juice it. is what the celery juice looks like when I finish. So this is almost a full cup of celery juice. And so I combine it with, keep it in a glass container like this. So I just combine all of my juicing in this one container, and it usually will last me about 3 days. And if it's longer than 3 days, I generally just go ahead and pour it out because I don't want it to spoil. I just think 3 days is long enough to keep it. And so I will take the cucumber. This is a pretty big cucumber, so I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna juice it as well. Let's see here. You can see how that one cucumber generated this amount of juice. So that's a lot of juice, a lot of juice. So I just pour it all in there and I just mix it all together. Just make sure that I'm using all greens. So I call it my green juice. So generally in the mornings, that's what I drink. I drink my green juice along with all of my supplements. I generally kind of just open up the capsule of each one of my supplements and I dump it all in there and I drink it as my morning juice. And that I really contribute all of the enzymes to helping me to really bounce back really quick after surgery. So I will continue to stay on this regimen all the way through chemo because I realize how important it is to make sure that you get all of the enzymes in your food. Because before my diagnosis, I was just, my diet had just gone to pieces and I was not eating properly. And when I first started, when I first got the diagnosis, I started doing colonics, and then I was advised to start juicing and to eliminate the gluten and to eliminate dairy and meats and sugar. And within the first couple of weeks, I lost about 20 pounds, and I do contribute a lot of that weight loss to me eliminating a lot of those toxic foods that was not serving my body. And also, I also realized that I had a gluten intolerance as well. And so all that time that I was eating gluten, foods full of gluten, I loved the breads, I loved cereal, and I loved oatmeal. But those three foods were very toxic to my system. And I believe that because I was having so many intestinal problems, it just became worse over time. And then of course, you know, your immune system becomes compromised, and so it's just only so much that your body can fight off. So I do sort of do believe that that contributed to the diagnosis as well. Okay, so I just wanted to share with you my juicing regimen that I use in case you may be interested in incorporating juicing in your diet. I highly recommend it. A lot of times we eat so much that we don't even give our foods time to digest, and we don't give our foods. And another thing that I've started doing as well is intermittent fasting, where I fast for like 14 to 16 hours in between my next meal. So I don't eat after 7 p.m. And so the next time I eat will probably be after 10 or 11 in the morning. So I generally try to stay on that schedule to make sure that I have a long enough fast in between there to let my system heal from the foods from the previous day. Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you. I hope that you know, if you're considering doing juicing, I hope that it benefits you as much as it has benefited me as well. Okay, so on that note, I'm gonna let you go, and I want to thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time. I know you could be doing a lot of other things, but you decided to take a moment to watch this video with me. So for that, I appreciate you. And if you're not already subscribed, please be sure to subscribe to my channel as well. Okay? So until the next time, take care, take charge, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace and love. Bye for now.